Mayra Rosales literally weighing in at more than half a ton. We're talking 1,100 pounds to be exact. She told cops she rolled over and crushed her 2-year-old nephew to death by accident while she was babysitting. But investigators say, well, he actually died from blows to the head. And Mayra could barely move, so how could she kill the child? She is now at the center of a TLC documentary called Too Fat to Kill, airing October 10th. Check it out.
In a tiny Texas town on the Mexican border.
You have not seen obesity at this level.
A story that caught world headlines.
You belong in the New England Journal. You belong in the Book of Internal Medicine.
One of the world's heaviest women.
She can't sit in a chair like you and I can. She can't sit in the couch like you and I can.
If you buy into the media hype, certainly you believe that she's guilty.
Is accused of capital murder.
How and when did this story take a dramatic shift, despite the fact that this woman who was lying in bed, unable to literally move without 10 men, was confessing to a killing?
Well, the medical examiner studied the child's body and found that there was no way that he could have died from being crushed. He actually had a blow to his head, a severe blow, and bruises all over his body. So they said that it absolutely is not physically possible. This is not how he died. Mayra was covering for her sister, the mother of this poor child, and then she finally confessed. She was in jail. You know, in court, actually, they had to build a new courtroom for her because she was so large to actually have the trial. And she finally, with her defense attorney, changed her story and said, I was covering up for my sister who was physically abusive of this little child. She saw her that morning. The little boy was crying, saying that he didn't want to eat breakfast, and she hit him repeatedly with a brush on the arms and on the head, and that is what killed him.
You're Mayra's attorney. How quickly, how soon did you confront her and say, come on, honey, you didn't really do this. Tell me the truth.
Well, I'll tell you what, within weeks of getting her statement, in her statement she said she leaned over the bed, that her nephew was under the bed, she lost her balance and essentially fell on her nephew. And so what we did with Mayra on one of the visits was we said, Mayra, we're going to go ahead and have you reenact that so that we can put you on the edge of the bed. You can go ahead and show us how it is that you went over the edge of the bed, and more importantly, show us how you got up after you went over the bed. And once we went through that exercise of telling her what we were going to do, she basically just broke down and started crying, and we knew that something was wrong, that it didn't happen the way she wrote in her statement, and we knew that something was wrong, and we knew that she was covering up for somebody. It just took us some time to get there.